Hey loves. Very clearly in my head this song sprang in. It was always you and me, always and forever. Ba, 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 ba. And it kind of felt reminiscent and nostalgic, and I thought, oh, that's sweet. Because that song's kind of about, it's by the Wiradjuri, and it's kind of about everyday love. Just sitting and watching TV, that sort of thing, Not that TV is great for you, but just, just kind of magic in the mundane stuff. And in my back of my mind, then my kids interrupted. They started getting angry. And then I was just hearing insidious repeated in my head, but I was distracted because I was trying to deal with the kids. And then my ex rang the doorbell. So I stopped the recording and when I came back to it, and then I became aware of kind of like a twin flame cord right through the back of the heart chakra, the wings area. And I asked about it, and they said, don't let the reminiscing of the good times erode your determination to break toxic patterns like codependency and narcissistic abuse. Stay in your sovereignty and look at how far you have come on your own. Now, I have not been reminiscing about my past with that man at all. But yeah, like looking at how far I've come, like I don't regret my past, my relationships, even how far I allowed myself to be removed from who I truly am by that insidious slow erosion of who I am, like I'm bumping up against this man, which is just a continuation of my childhood. I don't regret any of that because I couldn't become who I'm becoming without knowing what it's like to be void of that, or to be suppressing that, or acting away from that. And I'm certainly not perfect now. I have a temper, I'm humaning. And the reason I talk about myself and my own experiences isn't to one up anyone. If you would like to have a worse life than mine, then go right ahead. I'm not trying to win that that badge of honor or anything like that. I know there are people who have been through much worse than I have. I've been given enough that I can empathize, understand, so I can help people. That's the path of a healer. So I am aware there are people really, really going through it. So then I was getting Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys, which was at the end of a channeling I did yesterday, which so there is kind of a continuation of a theme here, It's heart chakra issues that are creating problems with manifestation, career, those sort of things. But it all takes time. You don't need to prove anyone, 555, you don't need to prove anybody that you're better than anyone, you're doing better without them or anything like that. It's kind of the opposite. It's kind of like not caring what other people think. Letting go of the stories within and without, and you know, there is truth in the stories. We've experienced that, but it's just a platform for you to build yourself on, not as a victim, but as not even as a survivor. I can't think of what to call it. You're just on a new platform. So Alicia Keys, Girl on Fire. I looked it up to look at the lyrics. Like, what is it actually about? Like, we all know it's a killer song, but what are the words? And on the site that I was on, it seems quite random, but some lines were highlighted and some weren't, and it didn't seem to be for any musical purpose, although I'm not a musician. So I wrote down the ones that were highlighted. She's a girl and she's on fire. She's living in a world and it's on fire, filled with catastrophe, but she knows she can fly away. This girl is on fire, this girl is on fire. You can try, but you'll never forget her name. This girl is on fire, this girl is on fire, this girl is on fire. She's walking on fire, 'cause they can see the flame in her eyes. Watch her when she is lighting up the night. Nobody knows she's a lonely girl, and it's a lonely world. She's a girl, and it's on fire. And she's on fire. And so even now, I'm feeling rushed. And I'm going to draw back to one of those other readings where I was speaking about how I've been told that the root word for evil actually basically means unripe. And so I know evil means differently in our culture, but if we look at it as that unripe, that you're going to suffer if you eat that green fruit. You're not going to digest it. It's not ready for you. You're not ready for it. So rushing to try and prove something to someone else or to yourself is an evil doing to yourself and to the other person. And I can speak onto that because with no ill intention at all, I pushed soulmate manifestation so that they arrived, I'm guessing, about 10 years early. And neither of us are anywhere near the people we need to be to to do what we need to do in the future. And it may be that that I can't speak for them, but it may be that I can never trust that person again. But I take some responsibility, not for who they are or how they're behaving, but because I thought I needed that manifestation. I thought I needed my partner, my soulmate. And so I willed it so powerfully in that they arrived too green, too unripe. And that's not to draw them down. The way they behave is not okay. The way they're presenting in the world is not okay. But that comes from a state of woundedness. And as I've said earlier in this video, I've been through things so that I could heal through it, so that I can step in and help others too. And that might be the path of this other person. I don't know. It depends on what they choose to do with their lives. It's all, there's so many timelines available. But I'm not going to starve myself of nourishment because this person might be my soulmate. They might be the one. I'm going to look after myself so that I can look after the people around me, so that I can do what I came to do with or without a partner. Do my own work. Put my money where my mouth is. Be the kind of person I want to be. And forgive myself when I'm not. Learn from it. We're never going to be completely healed. So there's no room for perfectionism. There's a lot of room for compassion, but not bullshitting yourself. You've got to take responsibility for yourself. And I do. So yeah, look how far you have come on your own. I'm talking about myself, so that you can see a mirror, so that you can see the parts of me that are mirroring you and apply it to yourself. Some parts of me will trigger you. Some won't resonate at all. And other parts of you will either be reflected as a beauty that you recognize in yourself, or as a North Star, which is someone that is in some way embodying what we would like to embody. So for me, instead of being jealous of those people who are achieving something that I would like to achieve, I gently work on myself so that I can evolve into a version of myself. I don't want to be them, and I don't want what they have. I want my own version. So I can evolve into the next version of Catherine, and eventually into higher selves, and depending on your beliefs, it really doesn't matter. What I'm talking about is sorry, there's cards calling me. What I'm talking about is gentle self-development. Living your life as well. Okay. Whoa! I had not even asked the question. We'll have a quick look. Soul awakening, celebration, and divine feminine. Yeah. There's a party going on right here. I'm going to pop them back in. Let's ask. If they pop back out, they're definitely confirmed. Place, lace, Give to me your leather, take from me my lace. Yeah, there was something about moonlight earlier as well. You in the moonlight with your sleepy eyes. You ever love someone like me? And you were right when I walked into your house. Knew I never want to leave. Lovers forever, face to face. Look, I personally don't think that another person, manifesting another person in particular, should be why you improve yourself. But if you don't have enough love for yourself to want that for yourself, then use it. There's nothing wrong with loving as long as you're not imposing on that person when they have asked you not to. So, reflection. Yukukuri suku kirabokori amok o boko ok ok bokok ok rok ok 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 borok ok. I can actually see a figure emerging out of the shadows in front of my eyes, which is a little fascinating because my clairvoyance doesn't normally work that way, not very often. Yeah, that's good. Allowing your inner darkness, your shadow selves to come forward and to step into the light. If they're not ready to step right there, then go to them. You don't have to go completely in darkness. Meet each other halfway. I know they're a part of you, but if you're doing parts work, if you don't understand what parts work is, shadow work, it's kind of based on Jungian, psychology, like Carl Jung, which goes very well with tarot archetypes, which are what all the pantheons of the ancient gods were basically based on. They're all slightly different. Yeah, and see in this card here, right down the bottom there, she's dipping her hand into that well, into that water, and creating ripples. Dip your feet in. It doesn't have to be an existential crisis. It can be done gently during your life, and you can live your life at the same time. Going within. And I don't know why, but it feels like those bogie stones have come out of the darkness there. There's a blue glow in this light, so maybe there are blue beings that could aid you if that's something that you resonate with. Arcturians, Syrians, blue avians, that sort of thing. Rejuvenation. So obviously reflection and going within and rejuvenating all go hand in hand. I'm hearing, if you just shine, 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 shine. And I don't know what that song is. I don't think I've ever heard it before, but it's definitely a song. And I'm really noticing there's a little flower among the roots there. Right there. And peeking out at us. green tourmaline. Okay. And then that connects us to our I am presence, our great I am, higher selves, our network. So this is in a cavern of amethyst. Well, it says celestite, but it looks like amethyst in this light. And then we had the cave of reflection back here. That's rhodonite. And then we have the two trees, the bogie stones, and rejuvenation. We've got the green tourmaline. So there's two caves and two trees. And they said this one as well. Cleansing, black tourmaline. And I had the sage out for this reading as well. I'm done now, you've had your fun. No, there's nothing left for me. Yeah, rebirth. Rebirth. Let it go. And then the divine masculines just come out. Divine feminine came out. The first split, the ones that fell on the floor. And I saw that, so I can't unsee it. Oh, that one came out again. Self-mastery. Topaz spider. And freedom, blue, barite, and the eagle. So there's this fear of coming out of the cocoon. There's a fear of letting the tower crumble. And it seems like it's around witnessing somebody else let go and shine their light and evolve. If you love somebody, you should be happy for them. I'm just saying, this is mine. This is mine. This is mine. We don't own anyone. Even if we're married, we don't own another soul. We don't own our children. We don't own our pets. We don't even own our land, really. I heard Culture Club. Well, I'm not getting a song. Yeah. If that person seems to be moving ahead of you, then let them heal and open your heart, and you'll be surprised how quickly you jump forward. You know, one of these days I will just do a nice love reading. Or maybe there's too many on the internet and people don't want to do these kind of readings. I don't know. That's not true, because I follow some excellent readers who will go into the depths. The question is, are you willing to? They're saying transformation is nigh. Step into the willingness. Give us permission to help you step forward. Being reminded of acorn theory, and if I remember correctly, it's to do with the little acorn already having the blueprint of that massive oak tree in it. And we are like those acorns, because if you look at the auras, the electromagnetic the electromagnetic field, studies of the chameleons or salamanders or something, when the fetuses were photographed, their aura was already blueprinted as the grown being, as the adult. And so in that analogy, we are, as a soul, as a spirit, as an energetic being, we are already complete. And we're just going through these transformations. These transformations are the paring back, the peeling off of layers of lies, of social conditioning. And I'm not hating on society. I want to be part of, and I want you to be part of society. Otherwise, what's the point in being here? But if we can demonstrate gently that no, I don't have to act in that fake way. I just got in Barbie movie, the mum does this spiel on how impossible it is to be a woman, but it's not just to be a woman, it's to be a human in society. And so she's really calling out the bull. And if you can watch that, that's a really great movie. Letting go of people pleasing, but not going too far the other way either. It's just that whole being super gentle on ourselves. And also at the beginning of awakenings, for years we can delve super deep, being a spiritual seeker and all that, but you'll get to a place where it gets pared back as well. As okay, enough now. Seeking definitely becomes more within, and just being part of society, again, the reintegration begins. And some of us have been in isolation for decades. It depends on your development, it depends on your contract, if you like, what you're stepping into. It depends on the people you're going to be working with, whether they've stepped up, those sort of things. So patience is definitely required, and bravery is required. because if you've been isolating for a long time, it's hard to get back out there. But when you get back out there, you don't have to preach and blah, blah, blah. It's just about being quietly true to yourself, to your beliefs, and allowing others to be wherever they are in their journey, in their ego, in their beliefs, whatever, and observe. Contribute, but observe. I'm hearing not out of malcontent. What do you mean by that? Your heart. Yeah, don't push it just because you're bored. Yeah. Anyway. And they said the portal is upon us. So whenever you see this, you're stepping into a portal, and all you have to do is trust your soul. You will know what to do.